So hello and welcome back to An Audience With. I'm Billy Chambers from the Cohesion team, and for episode 3 today I'm joined by Shakila Mumtaz. So I'll hand over to you, Shakila, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you, Jolie. Hi to everybody out there. My name is Shakila Mumtaz, and I'm a young lady born in Dewsbury, West Yorkshire. And at the moment, I'm living independently, or through independent living scheme, and that's about it, really, from there.
Yeah, that's great. So sort of like looking back throughout your life, are there any moments that have really stood out to you, sort of your greatest achievements, sort of things like that?
Yeah, looking back in the years, I have achieved like degrees as well at Dewsbury, Bradford College, and Leeds Metropolitan University, doing a BA, MA, and an MPhil degree as well in contemporary fine art practice. I also have achieved, because I didn't really used to follow my religious praying traditions and so on, but I'm up to date, and then I do follow. I pray 5 times, following my own Islamic religion, and the fasting, and also throughout these years, in 2008, I did. I will say as an achievement, but I did lose one of my legs due to my disability. I've got several health conditions, but I didn't allow that to stop me. I did achieve quite a lot through that, and I learned a lot by meeting with the people with different health needs, how they were living their lives, and the struggles, especially with women. And with my own background, being a Muslim woman, I felt that there was a lot of, it's not as outly spoken, or that freedom isn't still available to them. There seems to be a bit of a gap at some point. And also, and I hope to help people out there once we've eased through the lockdown, through the pandemic, because I'm also a member through the Royal Voluntary Service companion, part of the Dewsbury and Murfield committee. So that will be looking forward to meeting groups from different backgrounds, arts, events, activities, celebrations, everything. And I hope to be part of that, and I hope to raise more awareness and support people out there if I can.
That sounds really good. Yeah, so it sounds like you've sort of reached out and got that support from connecting with people who have gone through similar experiences as yourself, and then you're like looking to give back, which is really good.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I'd really like to help people if I can, and if they're struggling, and how to combine not only the achievement of how education wise it's important, and with disability I've learned, and also moving into a independent living in Dewsbury in an extra care housing, and I did that all independently with support from so many people out there, which I'll be really thankful to. But I think there is always a way forward, and you can help people in many ways, and I would like to be one of those people.
Yeah, no, that sounds really good. So throughout sort of your experiences, do you think there's been you've had to sort of face like gender stereotypes or like gender inequalities on top of sort of everything else?
Yeah.
Have you experienced that?
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't come very easily without a battle throughout the years and throughout my life, and from what I've learned, but I haven't allowed it to stop me. quite often it is like, for men to control and see as women, as in the background, you can't do this, maybe you can't do that, you need help with this, you'll need help with moving home. You can get educated or you can't educated. In my own family background as well, as in general as well out there, which I've learned throughout my research as well, part of my studies. I think for women, for Muslim women, and maybe for other cultures as well, but because I am a Muslim, I can speak from what I've seen out there in the society. And maybe things are changing slowly, but I do strongly feel that there is still that stereotype with women not being able to get educated up to school level, and then after that they might be married off. Whether it's their, if they want to or not, it's not out, it's something which is out of their hands. And same with people with disabilities as well, gender stereotype where we're talking. I strongly believe, from what I've seen in the society as well, for Asian Muslim men, even no matter what health conditions they have, it's much more easier for them to be able to get married, to have families, almost to live a normal life, whatever that is. But for women, with Muslim women with disabilities, there are many barriers, unfortunately. And I think that's a very strong topic that needs to be raised, and it needs to be out there. Maybe whether moving forward with support from people like yourselves.
Yeah. No, it's interesting to sort of hear about that, and sort of like inequalities that are going on. I guess sort of within Kirklees, maybe, how do you think we could progress going forward, to sort of tackle these stereotypes and
to move forward, because from where I'm living and I'm experiencing a bit of struggles and a bit of positiveness throughout my life, and where I've said there are some gaps that need filling, I'm experiencing it now. And I also think for the future, if you want a proper multicultural England, I just believe that some adaptations need to be recognized and looked into, and the way to move forward could be maybe more support shown on the media, Facebook's, television. Some people might not be ready for it, but I think it needs to be raised. Newsletters could be posted out to through doors. And if there's like people who like to visit care homes, extra care housings, whichever type, different types of homes, but when they are shown around, especially with disabilities or from people, from the BAME society, I think there could be a bit more on the spot, on the day when they're shown around. They could be shown like how the place that might live in could be adapted, could be adjusted. They could include their celebrations, their religious festivals, the importance of other people moving in with their different backgrounds as well. Where I'm living at the moment, it's taken quite a while, but luckily we're having halal meals now catered inside the building. So it's a mixture of English and halal. So things are happening slowly. Maybe some prayer rooms, maybe, I don't know, but I just feel there's something that could be, made to make these people from different backgrounds move into a very mixed community to bring us all together.
Yeah, it's really important to make sure everyone feels welcome. Like, if you are living somewhere new and to respect each other and celebrate people's differences and people's beliefs. Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that what I'd just like to ask you next is do you have any sort of advice for, you know, other women, because to sort of make them feel empowered and or anything like that?
Advice would be definitely for education. It's all thumbs up. I believe education is a very important part of life. You learn and achieve a lot. What you can see is, I mean, if I wasn't educated, I don't think I wouldn't be where I am today without it. It's opened up so many different ways. Also being an amputee, where I'm using from walking aids, wheelchairs, electric wheelchair. I've got an artificial leg, but I've not allowed that to stop me. Even during the pandemic, I've got my electric power chair, luckily, during the pandemic to go more out and about. So I've got that freedom, and I've made that happen for myself. There's no stopping. It's like moving onwards and forwards with it, and that's how I see it. And in jobs, and also in marriages as well. I think people need to have more understanding about able-bodied and disabled. At the end of the day, we are all are humans. We should be all given a chance. And I mean, I'm proud of what I've achieved throughout my life, and I have no regrets. And all I could say to all those women, just get out there and live your dreams.
Thank you. That's really, really wonderful to say. Yeah, and I just think like you're showing so much strength as well, so that's lovely to see. And that's like inspiring for other women.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining me today. It's been lovely to speak to you.
Thank you, Jolie.
Okay. Right, I'll stop the recording now. Oh, but you did